Have you ever been staring at the Linux command line, just completely stuck, wishing there was a manual right there at your fingertips? Well, today, we're going to unlock the powerful built-in help system that honestly, most beginners just don't know about. Forget switching over to your web browser. The answers you need are already waiting for you right inside the terminal.
Yeah, we've all been there, staring at that blinking cursor, feeling totally lost. It's kind of like being dropped in the middle of a new city with no map. But don't you worry, by the end of this, you are going to have the map, the compass, and even the local guide to help you navigate the terminal like a total pro.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to crack the code of command syntax. Then, we'll open up your digital first aid kit for some instant help. After that, we'll dive into the ultimate command encyclopedia. And finally, I'll show you a compass that points to where every command actually lives on your system. So let's get right into it.
All right, first things first, let's crack that command code. See, before we can even ask for help, we kind of need to speak the language, right? And the good news is, every single command you'll ever type follows a really simple, predictable pattern.
I want you to think of every command like it's a simple sentence. You've got the verb, that's the command itself, like ls to list files. Then you might have some adverbs. Those are the options that change how it works, like maybe sorting by date. And finally, you have the noun, the argument, which is what the command actually acts on, like a specific file. Once you see it this way, the command line starts to feel a whole lot less scary.
Okay, so now that we've got the grammar down, let's open up your command line first aid kit. These are the tools you're going to reach for when you just need a quick answer, a little nudge in the right direction, without having to do a super deep dive.
Your first aid kit really has two main tools. Over on the left, we've got help. Use this when you remember the command, but you've forgotten exactly how to use it. It gives you a quick summary. Then on the right, you've got what is. This is for when you've forgotten what a command even does. It just gives you a simple one-line summary of its purpose. So remember, help is for how, and what is for what.
So let's see what is in action. You just type what is date, and boom, you get a quick summary. But here's a super important tip, one that will save you so much frustration as a beginner. If it ever says nothing appropriate, don't panic. It just means its little internal database is out of date. All you have to do is run sudo mandb to refresh it, try your command again, and it'll work like a charm. Now, for those times when your first aid kit just isn't quite enough, it's time to pull out the big encyclopedia. And guess what? Linux has one built right in. It's called the man pages, short for manual, of course. This is the absolute source of truth for pretty much every command on your system.
And using the manual is so simple. You just type man followed by whatever command you're curious about. Let's say man ls. You can use your arrow keys or the spacebar to scroll through it, and when you're all done, just hit the Q key on your keyboard to quit and go right back to your prompt. That's it.
Okay, now this is where it gets really powerful. The manual is actually divided into different sections. So why does that matter? Well, sometimes a single name, like password, could be a command and a configuration file. Sections let you tell Linux exactly which one you want to read about. The most common ones you'll use are Section 1 for user commands, Section 5 for file formats, and Section 8 for admin commands. Let's take that password example. If you run man1 password, you're telling the man command, hey, only look in Section 1, the one for user commands. And what do you get? It shows you the manual page for the command that lets you change a user's password. Makes perfect sense.
But watch this. If we ask for Section 5 instead, by running man5 password, we get documentation for something totally different, the /etc/password file format itself. This is such a great example of why sections are so cool. They let you pinpoint exactly what you need information on and avoid any mix-ups.
All right, for our last section, let's pull out that command line compass. This tool is for when you need to know not just what a command does, but where it actually is on your system.
Think of the whereas command as your system's own built-in GPS. You run it on a command like whereasRoute, and it'll show you two really key locations, the path to the command's executable file, the actual program, and the path to its manual page. This is super helpful for debugging or when you just need to know where things are stored.
So let's just quickly recap your new toolkit. For the full story, the deep dive, you're going to use man. For a quick one-line reminder, use what is. For a quick usage summary, just tack on -help at the end of a command. To find out where it lives, use where is. And don't forget your secret weapon, sudo mandb, when things aren't working. Keep this cheat sheet handy and you'll never feel lost again.
So there you have it.
The map to navigating the Linux command line is officially in your hands. You now have the tools to understand the syntax, to get quick help, to read the official manuals, and to find any command you want. The only question left is, which command are you going to explore first?